Yes.
Perfect. Mm, okay, nested substitute means we use the substitute inside the substitute, right? To
Yeah.
replace the multiple. So we used to, so one substitute, we used to replace the one instance of a text, right? If you want to replace one text with another one. Okay, if you are using the multiple substitute, then I guess you have to replace the multiple instances, multiple different text strings, right? Within the same cell, you can do that. Suppose I have one cell in the A1, and in this, suppose I'm writing some kind of a sentences, any sentences I'm writing, like what sentence I should write? Okay, one of the famous sentence we have, which contains all the alphabets in this sentence. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy frog. Right? You might be heard about this sentence, right? A lazy dog, sorry. And okay, now suppose what we'll do, we'll replace the quick with a fast. Okay, so I'll write it here. We'll replace the quick with a fast. Then we'll replace the brown with red something. And suppose I'll replace the lazy with sleepy. Is it fine? We'll do this kind of replacement. Okay, got it? So I'll use the substitute because three substitutions have to perform, right? Three replacements I have to perform. So I'll use the substitute, and then again I'll use the substitute because three replacement I'll use no, and then again I'll use the substitute. Okay, this is called as a nested substitute function, right? Because I have to perform the three replacements, so I'll use the three substitute here. All right. So the first one, which I'll take, that is a cell A1. I want to perform in this. So old text is that I want to basically replace the quick with the fast one. Done. Quick with the fast one. This is the first substitute which I'm going to perform. Okay. Then I'll close the bracket. Now let's go for second substitute. That is this brown and red, right? So brown and red. Done. Okay, then I'll go for third substitute. That is this one, lazy and sleepy. So lazy and sleepy. Okay, then close the bracket. Now you can see the fast red fox jumps over the sleepy dog. Can you see?
Yes, this is clear, but what if a sentence contains same words and we'll have to substitute the second word?
Uh, means what? Can you give me an example?
See, we have here, you have replaced brown with red, right?
Hmm?
Instead, like if there are two words, I mean two browns in this sentence,
Hmm?
and instead of substituting the first word, you'll have to substitute in the second word.
Okay, okay. So I guess it will going to replace with all of them. But for that, we can use the different formula instead of substitute. Only we have to use the uh, different formulas. I don't think those substitute will going to work because the second occurrence of the word brown in the sentences, right? The quick brown fox and the brown dog, you can able to tell that, right? So I guess you can give the instance number to it. Substitute contain the instance number. Okay, suppose I'll copy this and what I'll do. Okay, suppose wait, copy. Okay, the quick brown fox. No, okay, you have this kind of an E, and what I'll do, I'll leave brown dog only. Okay, is it fine?
Yes.
Okay, the quick brown fox and the over the brown dog, something like this. Okay, so you can use the substitute. I'll use just a single substitute. Okay, I'll not use the multiple one. A single substitute. Okay, and I'll take this one. Then I'll give the brown. Okay, first of all, suppose I'll brown with the brown, and I want that second one should be red, right? Because first one is brown, second one should be red, something like this, right? So I'll use the red. Then I'll give the instance number. Can you see this instance number? So I want for the second part, right? For the second brown, I want to place with a red, right? So I can use the second for it, and then it is done. Can you see the instance number? Because this second, I want to replace for the second brown dogs, right? So I've used this 2 here. If it is the third one, if it contains the third occurrences also, so I'll write the third. So by using the instance number, we can able to do that. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. If you have the more complex cases than this, then Excel will not going to basically handle easily. Okay, cannot basically handle the easily with just the formulas. Then you have to use the multiple nested formulas if you have the most complex cases like this. Okay, like the third instances, fourth instances, you require the fourth and second instances and five instances like this. So definitely that will not going to help. For that, you require just something different for it. Means the either you have to switch in the Power BI, the Power Query Editor, or maybe something else. Alone with the formula is not possible if you have the complex cases, but if it is this much is there, so you can able to do it. Yeah, guys, any other concerns? Shall I move forward, all of you? Everyone? Gaurav, Jayesh, Nilesh, Vidita, Satya, Vaishnavi, Vinit.
No, no,
Can
please.
you repeat it from the start? You said that you will be showing it from start again, so I'm just waiting for it.
I've basically shown to the Nilesh, right? I basically repeated that one. So if you have downloaded the Zoom, I can go with your screen. Have you downloaded the Zoom?
My network is bad. I have connected with my mobile, so it's giving me trouble in connecting the Zoom also. I'm just listening to the lecture today.
Okay, okay, no worries. Okay, I'll show it again. Perfect. Suppose we have created this two database, right? This one database called as a database data upload. Okay, so you can create any database you want. It's depend upon you. Once we create
But
our
where have we created? We have created this in earlier database, or how it
no,
is?
no, just
Because it's
now.
showing data upload up. So do we have to select that data upload before
Yes,
doing?
yes. Before doing any operations, definitely. Suppose in which database you want to perform the operations, you have to be inside that database, right? So for that, you can use the use command for it. Use and database name. Okay.
Okay.
After creating the database, give the use and database name. The moment you click find this particular query, you can able to see data upload, right? So you can able to see all the database which you have created from here. Okay. So this is just now I have downloaded my SQL. So I can able to see I have created one database here that is called data upload. Okay, and rest other four databases. This is the by default one, master model, MSDB and TempDB. Okay, this comes from the SQL side. They have the different workings. Master is saved to save all the master records. Model is just to save the temporary records, and the current records. MSDB is just for the transaction records, and different workings are there. Okay, so I'm into the data upload part. Can you see? Use data upload, right? Once you are inside this database, you can see there's no any other tables we have. Can you see? We don't have any kind of a table. Okay, we'll insert our one Excel data into this particular database. Okay, got it? We'll upload our one Excel data inside this database.
Okay.
So do the right click here. So just please give me the feedback, okay, with your understanding and getting the things, okay? Do the right click, go on the task option. Can you see the task options? Go to the import data option. Can you see import data options? Task,
Yes.
import data,
Okay.
perfect. And then you have to select the data source. So definitely I want the Excel data, right? So click on this drop dot dot, this
Okay.
top menu, and you have the lots of options here, right? But you have to select Microsoft Excel, right? Now, I guess
Okay.
you have the data set with you, right? I have just shown to you, right? So if you have
Yeah.
any kind of a data set, you have to save it in 97-2003 format, right?
Okay.
Just now I have just shown to you, right? So you have to
Yeah.
save it in
You have done it.
97-2003. And now click on the browse options where you basically have saved that particular data set. So I can say I have saved here in this location, downloads location, right? So I'm selecting here. Can you see?
Yeah.
By selecting the database, you can see this particular and this one is being matched. So you can see 97-2003, and this is also in the format of 97-2003, right?
Right. Right.
Now you can able to select it at the first row as column names. Okay, you can select this first row, whatever the first row you have in the data set, it will take as a column name.
Okay.
Okay, if you want, you can select it, or you can able to deselect these options. Depends upon you.
Okay.
So click on next now. Now you just have to click on next. Select a destination, right? You require a destination where basically you want to put your data set, right? So we
Right.
want to put our data set into the Microsoft SQL Server. Can you see OLDB provider for SQL Server? Last option, OLDB. You can see this symbol, database symbol.
Right.
Just select that.
Yeah.
It will take automatically everything on the system. Okay, don't have to do anything. Automatically, it will going to take everything. Okay, by default. You can see database data upload is coming, right? Everything is coming. Okay, so keep everything as by default. Don't touch anything. Now click on next option. Okay, keep this as it is. Again, click on next. Now you just have to click on next. Now you can see you got till here, right? You got, because that
Right.
workbook contain only one sheet. So I got only one option here. If the workbook contain multiple sheets, I can get a multiple options here. It means multiple tables it will going to become. Okay,
Right. Right.
want to see the preview here. Can you see the preview? The whole data set here,
Right.
right?
Right.
Perfect.
Right.
Okay, now click on OK. Now just go on next. Just you have to do the next, and finish it out. I can see 2264
Yeah.
rows has been transferred, right? So close.
Right.
Still we can't able to say anything. So just do the right click here and refresh it out. Okay. And click on
Oh,
tables. You can see TWTRS, right? So you can able to
right.
fetch the data by using the select star from. Okay. Do the drag and drop. Okay. And let's say it. Execute. You can see.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry about this particular red tag. Okay. This is the warning tags. It doesn't mean that you have got errors. Okay. It will come. Okay.
Okay.
You can see.
Okay.
Got the data set here.
What if the sheet has multiple sheets, means
Yeah,
multiple
that's
data
that's
in
that's
the
I
same
just said to you. You can able to select there. The options are coming, right? You'll get the options of
workbook?
those sheets. You can able to select it out, and then you can able to load it. Okay. Once you load that, so each particular sheet will going to consider as a one table. Okay. Each sheet will consider as a one table. So if you have the 5 sheets in a one workbook, so that will consider as a 5 tables in a databases. Okay. Workbook is a database and sheet is a tables. Got it?
Yeah. Got
Yeah, guys, just give me 1 minute. Thinking of the two. Okay, guys. So any other concerns, all of you, from the all participants before starting with the recap of the everything?
No.
Okay, perfect. Shall I start? Guys, I'll do the recap as Abhishek
Yes.
basically requested to do the recap of everything we have done till now. Okay, so I'll touch
Yes.
those topics also which is not been taught. Okay, if it is there some advanced topic, do let me know. I'll quit it there. Okay, if you're not able to understand. So I'll start from the very basic. Okay, I'll ask some questions. So please be answer, give the answers of those questions, guys. Okay, it will be very much good for me. Do I want to see it like how much basically you have gained the knowledge? Okay. So starting from the first particular the primary questions which you have basically got this question in the first session also in the introductory. That guys, what is meant by data? What do you understand by the data?
Data is a collection of information.
Data is like the information of any
Okay, information. So what is meant by information then, all of you?
minimize.
Any form of information, whether it is image or text, means everything is the information, is data.
Don't you think that
Video, audio.
these two are interrelated, data and information?
Data
Okay, I'll give the some actual scenario. Information, guys, is basically the collection of important and meaningful raw facts and figures. Okay, meaningful data. The collection of important and meaningful data. That is said to be the information. Data is the collection of raw facts and figures. Those raw facts and figures can contain anything. The meaningful sentences also, the meaningful data set also, unmeaningful data also. Okay, it contains everything. Okay, so the collection of raw facts and figures is the data, and the collection of meaningful data is said to be information. Okay, that is the differences we have. So we have the lots of types of data, guys, right? We have the quantitative data, we have the qualitative data, right? Qualitative data means which have the descriptive information where it can't be measured with the numbers. That is a qualitative data, right? Example, the color of a car in a parking lot, people opinions on a movie, types of fruits in a data a basket, right? So that is a qualitative. Quantitative means which you can able to measure the numerical information, okay, which can be calculated, which can be measured, right? Your height, the temperature, the outside, and the number of students in a class, right? Number of people in a parking. So these are some kind of a quantitative data we have, right? Then we have the guys lots of different formats of data. Some of the data we have in the text format, कुछ हमारे पास text format में. Okay, we have the data in the numbers format, right? Then we have the data in images format. All of you, we have in audios, we have videos, right? Everyone, all of you, okay? And this particular data has been basically divided into the two types of data. That is called as a structured one, right? Structured data, and one is the unstructured. So can anyone tell me what is a structure and one is a unstructured? Okay, if I want to basically classify this all the data in structure and unstructured, so can you please guys tell me? All of you, can you able to classify, categorize this all the different types of formats of data into these two types?
Structure means, I guess, data means what data type of data there. For example, data is in date format. If it is named, there is no numeric value. If the amount value is there, there is no textual information. So I think this is a structure, and unstructured means opposite to that information.
Okay, structured data basically contains means in a structured format. Okay, you have basically data you have stored in a some predefined format. Okay, so most of the structured data which we have, that is the table format. Okay, a table one. We got the answer, that is organized and unorganized, right? So data which is in an organizedly manner. So data can be organized in a just a table format, right? So all a table type of data, Excel CSV type of data, which contain rows and columns. Okay, the intersection of rows and columns, those are in a proper organized format, right? So this table, Excel CSV, will going to fall under the unstructured data. Unstructured data means which doesn't contains the table format. Okay, it means it is a unstructured, it is a unorganized. Okay, means most of the data which is audio, images, videos, text, PDF, document. Okay, this all are considered to be the unstructured data, right? And in real world cases, we basically handle the structure also, unstructured also. So you are basically learning the SQL to handle the structured data, guys. Okay, not basically handling the unstructured one. Remember, okay? So you are learning the SQL to handle the structured data, not using the not for the unstructured. For unstructured, we have the different database that I'm going to discuss it out. Okay, so these are the some basic things are there. Now my next question is that what is meant by database, guys? Any idea what is database? All of you?
Database is a collection of tables.
Collection of tables. Okay, and
Like base is there are structure like base is in this structure of data.
okay, just simple, guys. Keep it simple. क्या होता है database? When you heard basically
It's
word called as
a
database, just
structured collection of data that is
right.
stored.
Okay, only the structured collection, not unstructured one.
Yeah, the unstructured one also.
Okay. See, guys, the database, the simple definition which we have, it means, okay, where we basically handle the large volume of data. The data can be of any format, of any structure, of any type, okay? Where we handle the large volumes of data by storing the data, by retrieving the data, and by managing it efficiently. That is, guys, a database we have. Okay, that's a mechanism, right? We require at least one mechanism where we store the data, where we retrieve that data, and we can able to perform the manipulation on that data, right? Managing the data. So that mechanism called as a database. So the main goal of database is to handle the large amounts of data in a very efficient manner. That is called as a database, guys, right? Now, definitely, why do we need the databases? Can anyone give any kind of an answer why we do need the databases? Any example or any scenario or anything, use cases? Why do we need it? Everyone? Hence, you can give any example. We have the 11 participants. At least one can answer. Why do we need the databases?
To store the data.
To store the data. Chalo, I got a one answer, guys. To store the data. And
To get the info about the
get info about the
about
data.
the data.
Okay, to get info about the store data. Next. Okay, some answer I got in manage and study the data. Okay, perfect. Manage and study the data. Perfect. And all of you give the answers coming. Okay, so we got all the answers, storing the data, getting the information about store data, manage and study the data. Okay, that is correct, guys. Okay, what happened in today's fast world? Okay, and in today's world, guys, actually in 2020-24, okay, organizations basically generating the very enormous amounts of data, right? A very big amount of data. If you're going to see around at least, I guess 312 million terabytes of data has been generated on a daily purposes. Okay, you can think about 312 million terabytes of data. You know the terabytes, guys, all of you? पता ना सबको terabytes? 1024 GB
Yes.
equal to
Yes,
terabytes.
yes.
Okay, 1 terabyte. Okay, you can think of it. सिर्फ आपके 1 KB के file में, if you are storing the data in just a 1 KB file, it contains around 1000 records. ठीक है, 1000 records हो जाते हैं आपके 1 या 2 KB या 100 KBs में, right? 100 KBs में just. तो 1000 or 2000, 3000 records आपके हो जाते हैं, right? All of you in the Excel sheet which you can able to see. Okay, so you can think of it. अगर 1 MB का मैं file save कर रहा हूँ, it contains 10,000 records, more than 10,000. Okay, and if I'm saying that if I'm storing around 1024 MB, that is at almost up to how much? 1 GB of data. You can think of it, guys. आप millions of records save कर सकते हो. Okay, I'm saying 10 millions, okay, 20 millions, 30 millions of records. You can able to save it out with just of 1 GB. Okay, so you can think of it. We are basically producing around and 1024 GB. I'll say is equal to 1 TB, right? 1 TB. So we are producing around 312 million terabytes on a daily basis. Just okay, not saying I'm in month or year, daily basis. So think of it कि quarter में और year में कितना हम produce करते होंगे. Okay, on a daily basis, guys, I'm saying. Okay, 312 million terabytes. This is just the latest figure which I've got. Okay, it might be अभी बढ़ गया होगा, 400 millions पे पहुंच गया होगा, but this is around 2021 2022 का कुछ data है ये, ठीक है? So definitely, in order to handle this particular amount of data, okay, we required some kind of a mechanism to basically store it, right? To deal with this kind of an huge amounts of data, right? So that's why we have the databases. Example, suppose guys, we have the hospital records, right? Imagine hospital with thousands of patients are there, doctors are there, multi-specialty hospital you can able to take any famous hospitals. Okay, nurses are there, patients records are there, right? So they need to store the patient's data, patient's reports, the employee details, right? They require everything, guys. So we basically use a database. Okay, so the database allows them to store all the data in a very organized manner. Definitely, they can't able to store the guys a very huge amount of data in Excel sheet. Excel sheet के पास आपका limitation ही कितना है 10 lakhs, right? In a single sheet you have the 10 lakhs, right? All of you at a one time in a one workbook you can able to do at least 16,000 worksheets, right? But you can think of it कि आप सिर्फ 10 sheets को अगर manage करो which consists of 10 lakh records, okay, it will be very cumbersome task for you to manage that only the 10 sheets of which contains of 10 lakh records. So you can think of it अगर 1000 sheets हो गए तो कितना I guess difficult होगा उस चीज को manage करने के लिए, right? All of you. इसलिए in order to avoid this kind of some complexity situations, we basically shift towards the databases side. Okay, so these are the things are there why we basically need the databases, right? Although there are lots of things, I'll cut to very short. Okay, now let's go for types of databases. Can anyone tell me how many types of databases we have? This is a very interview question, guys, we usually got. ठीक है, पहला इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन मॉक में मैं यही पूछता हूँ. So what type of the databases guys you have, and please explain it if you know those types. Anyone from the 11 participants, how many types of databases?
Structured and unstructured.
No, not a databases. Database.
RDBMS and DBMS.
RDBMS and DBMS. Perfect. One that is a one type RDBMS. And okay, so just before coming to the types of databases, let's understand the DBMS, guys. You might be heard about the DBMS. Can anyone tell me what is a DBMS?
Database management system.
Right, database management system, right? That is called as a DBMS. तो इसका काम वही है. It's a collection of basically programs that helps the users to interact with the databases, right? So whatever data you have basically saved in your databases, in order to interact with the databases, you require at least one interaction medium, right? That interaction medium is called as the database management system. Okay, for us, for SQL, this SSMS is guys considered to be the database management system. Can you see this SSMS, the entire SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio, right? इसलिए उसका नाम भी वही है guys. If you're going to see SSMS, okay, अगर मैं search करूँ, you can see SQL Server Management Studio. Can you see? Right? तो SQL को handle करने के लिए, which is provided by the Microsoft, we have this kind of a DBMS with us, right? Database management system with us. We can able to perform any operations. If you want to retrieve the data, we can able to do that. If you want to update the data, modify, delete the data, we can able to do that. If you want to generate the reports, guys, okay, you want to generate the reports to represent the data in a meaningful way, you can able to do that. Okay, all the basically options has been given. Okay, you can able to generate the reports from here, and then lots of options basically you can able to do that, right? So for all this particular purpose, you can able to perform the data sharing. Okay, you can able to enhance the security. You can able to share the different types of data with the different users, right? Okay, so for those all the purpose, we use the database management system. So to summarize the database, basically, it's a kind of a guys digital storage system for the structured data. Okay, while DBMS is a software tool that helps and manage the interact with that data. Okay, that is the difference between database and database management system. Database is kind of a digital storage system that store the data. Okay, and DBMS is a software tool that helps and manage and interact with that stored data. Got it? All of you? Everyone?
Yes.
Perfect. Now I'll ask the question again. DBMS. What are the different types of DBMS we have? Okay, one answer I got, that is a relational database management system. Okay, that is correct. One, we have the RDBMS. Any idea? So guys, the first DBMS we have with us, that is the hierarchical DBMS. Okay. So hierarchical DBMS we have. Okay, then second, we have the network DBMS. Okay. Third, we have the relational DBMS. Okay, and fourth, we have the object-oriented DBMS. Okay, so these are the basically some DBMS options we have. Okay, hierarchical, network, relational, and object-oriented. Okay, each particular DBMS has its own features, guys. I'll go quick over it. Okay, just to give the overview of all the things. Okay, not into that much detail. So coming to the hierarchical DBMS. So guys, here basically we store the data, okay, in a hierarchy format. Okay, imagine a tree with a branches, right? So it has some kind of a hierarchy, tree with a branches. So in hierarchical DBMS also, your data is basically organized in a tree-like structure, okay, with a single root and having the multiple branches. Okay, example, manager, guys. Okay, in hierarchical DBMS, if I'm talking about, you have the manager. So below the manager, we have the position, right? We have, suppose, team lead 1. We have the 2 teams below the manager, team lead 1. Okay, and then we have the team lead 2, right? 2 teams are there, and inside these 2 teams I have the employee 1, right? I have the employee 1. Okay, employee 1. Then I have employee 2. Lots of employees I have inside the one team lead, right? Then inside this another team lead, I have another team, right? Another employees, right? All of you.